Hey, Harvin, how's life, brother? You alright, man? Bello, you want to give me some free money?
What do you mean?
Free money? Give me free money.
The f*** free money? I'm broke.
A few moments later.
Hello?
Hey, sis, how you doing? You alright?
I'm good, how are you?
I need some free money. Can you give me some free money? Hey, Bello.
Yes?
How you doing, Bello? You okay?
All good, Kapcha. How are you?
Not bad, brother. Not bad. Can you give me some free money, please?
Our survey said...
I know who'll give me some money. I know. Eva, do you want to give me some free money?
Are you crazy? In this time when we're not getting money from anywhere?
Welcome to the video, guys. Welcome back to another Fatboy Slim's Let's Discuss video. And today we're going to be discussing Universal Basic Income, aka UBI, aka free money. Who doesn't like free money? What I need you to do is really quickly, please go down below, click that red subscribe button, click the like button. It really helps the channel out a lot. Thank you very much. 70% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so it'd be great to get those numbers up. Thank you very much. Can't thank you enough. You guys are amazing. You guys made the channel. Thank you.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a reminder that the first Fatboy Slim's giveaway is live right now. For your chance to enter this giveaway, please head over to @FatboySlims2020 on Instagram, find this post and comment "Let's discuss" or "weight loss surgery." The comment you put will dictate which prize you get, and as soon as we get to 100 subscribers, I will let the winner know who they are. Now, back to the normal program. So the question is, why have I chosen now to talk about universal basic income? Well, the simple fact is that the debate has been reignited again by the fact that 6 million people in this country are basically receiving a universal basic income due to the furlough scheme. Also, due to the unprecedented conditions that we're living in, more people than ever can see the benefits of what a universal basic income could bring to everybody around the world. So what would you do if the state was to cover your basic living expenses? This is what the people that are against the idea think would happen. They think that a UBI could lead to an increase in drugs and alcohol consumption. UBI, baby. They believe it could lead to unemployment, with people not needing to work. Why should I get a job? Mugs like you paying taxes pay me to live. Why should I work? They believe that more people could drop out of school and not finish their education. Why would they need one if they're going to have their whole life looked after by the state? And generally just lead to everybody having a lower and poorer education.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Meow. I'm learning.
People for the idea think that some of the benefits could be less crime. More people staying in education due to families now having enough money to live and people not needing to go to work so early. People generally being less stressed. Ending poverty for everybody. Improving the working conditions and the pay for those less skilled jobs. Safeguarding people's income when lots of jobs are being lost to automation.
singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
So lots of people have different ideas of what universal basic income and the levels of which it should be. Some people believe that it should be there to eliminate welfare and the current welfare costs, which in the UK I believe were over £237 billion a year. By eliminating the welfare costs, you generate the funds to pay for the scheme. Some people believe it should just be free extra cash given to everybody, but there should be a welfare system to roll along with it. Some people believe that it should be such large amounts of money that work itself becomes an option. But most people believe it should be enough money just to make sure that everybody is above the poverty line. Universal basic income would not be taxed and you would not be told how to spend it. But surely if you implement all this, everyone's just going to become lazy. A study that was done in the 70s in Canada showed that people stayed in education for longer or went back to education because they can now afford to become part-time or they could afford childcare for their children. Working hours actually decreased by less than 10% during the study. It would also solve the issue that many people have in welfare, and that's the trap of welfare itself.
Hey, I almost tripped over this thing.
Most welfare schemes will punish you for getting any additional work on top of your welfare, sometimes completely stripping you of welfare at all. This doesn't incentivise people that are in the welfare system to get themselves out of it by looking for work. Instead, UBI creates a solid floor for people to work themselves up from, helping them push themselves for a better life. But surely this is just going to create mass inflation. Well, actually, economists don't believe it will, because you're not making more money. It's not a way of governments printing off more money, therefore devaluing their monetary system. It's moving funds from a welfare system and giving it directly to the people. Most welfare systems, the biggest cost to them is not how much money is being delivered to the individual, but it's how much money it costs to run the system in the first place. It's wages for people sitting in offices. It's rents for people sitting in offices that's taking the money. It's the red tape and the bureaucracy of the whole situation which is costing the money. It's not the people receiving it that adds to such cost. Other places that money could come from to help implement a UBI system could be increasing the taxes on the super rich.
No! No, 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 no! No!
It could be closing loopholes on international companies like Amazon and Google, who pay very little to some of the nations where they make most of their money from. It could be coming from cutting military spending. But just like people, nations are not all the same. And each nation would have to look at what it can do, where it can take the money from, and how best to give the money to the people. Another issue would be, how much money do you give people? In the United States, about $1,000 a month will take the majority of the country out of poverty. But that $1,000 a month in a small rural location is going to have a much bigger impact than it is in somebody living in Manhattan. Also, studies have shown that by increasing the spending power of the people of a nation, this will directly impact the nation's GDP, and increasing a nation's GDP will decrease the cost of the system to implement in the first place. Areas that have tried testing a UBI system already include Kenya, Iran, the US, Italy, Uganda, Mexico, Canada, Brazil, Finland, Germany, the Netherlands, Namibia, India, China. So, if your UBI already has so many positives, and we know this from studies, why are we not doing it already? Well, some reasons could be people mistaking it for communism or extreme socialism or Marxism. The fear of changing from well-established welfare systems into a new system, especially for people who are relying on the welfare systems, could be quite daunting. And would you risk voting for a new system that could put your whole life in jeopardy? There's real fear that politicians could use the system to manipulate the people. by either gaining votes by promising to increase the amount of money, or getting people to vote for certain policies by saying they're going to take the system away or decrease the money from it. But all in all, it would be a massive undertaking for any nation to take on. And the planning and preparation for it could take months or years and cost a huge amount of money to implement, as well as the loss of massive amounts of civil servant jobs who would then need to be either retrained or redeployed into other areas. The fact remains that although the signs have been fantastic from the majority of the studies that have been done, none of them have been really big enough to actually see what it would look like across a whole nation. So these are my final thoughts on universal basic income. It actually reminds me of the history lesson of how the NHS was formed. World War II had just ended and a general election was called. This general election, the first general election after the end of World War II, was between two men, Winston Churchill and Clement Attlee. Winston Churchill, the leader of the Conservatives and the leader of the nation during World War II, was expected to win by a landslide. Clement Attlee, a politician and son of solicitor, was expected to lose this general election. But something happened with that general election. Clement Attlee and the Labour Party won with the biggest majority the Labour Party ever have in history, of 145 seats.
The sweeping victories throughout the country mark an epoch in the political life of this country. And never before have the electors shown clearly their desire that there should be in this country a Labour government carrying out Labour's full policy.
So what had changed? Well, the people of the UK had been through some of the hardest times of their lives. They had lost loved ones. They had seen the hurt and pain that the Second World War had brought to so many people, and they were ready for a change.
On July 5th, the new National Health Service starts, providing hospital and specialist services, medicines, drugs and appliances, care of the teeth and eyes, maternity services.
Which meant funding and looking after the majority being seen as more important than looking after individuals. This led to a dramatic improvement of the health of the nation, something which probably wouldn't have happened without the hardships of World War II. So now, we're in a time of our own hardships. Coronavirus has gripped the world. 6 million people are reliant on furlough pay. Companies are trying to survive a period of receiving none or little income. Farmers are trying to survive a period of vegetables going rotten in fields, whole warehouses of food that can't be sold. So I feel that now is the right time to reignite the debate in universal basic income. Thank you all very much for watching this new Let's Discuss video. I would really like to hear your opinions in the comments, so please go down below and type in what you think universal basic income could bring to the nation. Or maybe you're completely against the idea. Maybe you think I'm a Marxist. Who knows? Go down there, leave your opinion. I'd love to hear it. If you've liked this video, chuck a like on it. If you've disliked this video, put a dislike on it. If you're going to dislike it, please let me know why. Let me know what I can do to improve. Don't forget you can find me at FatBoySlims2020 on Instagram. Don't forget we've got the giveaway going at the moment. Thank you everybody. Take care. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.